HotBoy Major, man, HotBoy. I see the news. You responded to Terrance Gangsta Williams. You know what I'm saying? You got the jail suit on. You got the AR. I don't know if it's really I don't know. It look kind of paintball gunnish or whatever. But it's like, I'm like, what's wrong with this? I'm looking at it. I'm like, so something wrong with this nigga. You know, the internet probably love it. You know what I'm saying? The internet is probably not even true, but it's like real niggas like, I'm like, what's wrong with this boy? And I'm a reality nigga, not a real nigga. I'm more of a reality nigga. Because a real nigga is gon', you know what I'm saying, jump in the lines then to prove he's real. But I'm like, I'm thinking, man, what's wrong with this nigga? I'm like, something wrong with while you talking, I'm kind of in my head, not even hearing what you're saying. I'm like, something wrong with this nigga. Then I remember, I'm rolling on them things. I'm hard off them things. So you know, you probably got to do like 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers to feel it. You know what I'm saying? You probably out there so bad off of them motherfuckers, you gotta do like, I used to be on them, Major, so I know. You know what I'm saying? I know how it go. You know what I'm saying? One time I took like, I was like, this one ain't that strong. And I ate another one like 10 minutes later, this one ain't that strong. Then like 20 minutes later, this one ain't that strong. Took another one, like, this one ain't that strong. And then they all hit me at once like an hour later. And I'm talking about I had to get out of my car, walk around it a few times at the light because I felt I was tripping, bro. You tripping. You out there slapping yourself, geeked up. I'm like, oh, so this was a cloud play. This was a YouTube internet play. Okay, and I don't know if the streets going, like New Orleans, I ain't gonna say stand down, but he's playing. He's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? He's a all-out YouTuber because the shit you doing, and if it's streetwise, you been real messy, boy. You been real messy. You got this gun. Is Baton Rouge behind you like that? You don't know? Is Baton Rouge like, I don't know, bro. Like this. You kind of, cause you showing, there's some chinks in your armor. You showing your Achilles heel. You kind of showing that you kind of, I don't know. It's like you kind of, I don't know. I can't even, I'm good at diagnosing stuff, but I'm like, what's wrong with this nigga? This nigga that made, I wear the Reeboks and I wear my rag. Like, it's like you trying to like prove yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always the type of nigga, like, I'm the type of nigga, he come around me trying to tell me what he did, what all he done and who know him. I'm like, this nigga trying to prove himself to me or he trying to scare me. Either one. I'm not scared and you can't prove nothing to me because I don't care about that stuff. But it's like, you apologize, then you fell out with OG Percy. I gotta start keeping up. You didn't fell out with Percy too? And it's just like, I peeped y'all first interview on that couch and y'all energy was kind of weird. That's one thing I could say. Y'all energy was kind of weird a little bit. I was peeping that. I'm like, y'all kind of throwing lugs and everything. You could tell Terrance had his antennas up looking at you like, Terrance like, something funny about this nigga. You could tell Terrance is kind of looking at you like, something kind of rub me wrong about this nigga, you know what I'm saying? And now, here we have it all unfolded. So Terrance, that gut feeling you had, when you had to pick him up from somewhere else, it was right. But he not a real threat though, because if he was really about that life, he wouldn't even be doing all that. He wouldn't even be entertaining, they playing like that. It's almost to the point where I'm like, did him and OG Giggity like talk about this? Like, look, I'm gonna fire back, then we're gonna create a whole little thing to get paid. Cause it's like, this shit seems so foolish and flukish and then it's like, how you gonna take the HotBoy name and run with it, nigga? That name, that was a long time ago. It's the people, that's New Orleans, bro. Like, you can't take something that somebody else created and say you doing it better and you doing. And then like Terrance said, you know, you look a little older. Terrance fired back too. I'm gonna do one on that in a minute. But it's like, you look like you in your mid-30s, so it's like, and you still in the streets, so if you still in the streets, you gotta get off the internet. And then I'm looking at this shit like, man, maybe he really about that life. See, I don't wanna get it confused. I'm sitting up here, watch out for New Orleans, and, you know, I made another video that's doing pretty good. You offended New Orleans, and Terrance Gangsta Williams, you know what I'm saying, you don't wanna play with nobody like that, but then you never know, niggas, you know, niggas could really be about that life like that to where HotBoy Major knows something we don't know, you feel me? It could be like that. He could know something we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like Mac Blast and DB the General got into it and I was like, Mac Blast, you know, you can't be talking crazy to Mac Blast, he an OG, he was on Hood to Hood, he West Oakland, you can't, but then niggas were telling me, nigga, DB really got a whole little hood behind him. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, well, hey, excuse me. I'm Stephen A. of the streets. I didn't know. I didn't know the inner workings of the locker room. I'm just talking from the score. I don't know. I'm just looking at the highlights. I didn't know. Stephen A. of the streets, I wasn't totally informed. So that's how I'm looking at it. Like, maybe HotBoy knows something we don't know. Maybe he tied in with New Orleans. I don't know. All I know is that if New Orleans niggas is really mad and they really feel some kind of way, and I know them niggas, look, I keep telling y'all, when the New Orleans people came from Katrina, I had moved to Texas. We clicked. They fuck with the Bay. They was like, yeah, Chopper, we heard that from Spice One and Woody Whoop Whoop. We fuck with the Bay. Yeah, the Bay. We fuck with the Bay. So Dallas niggas was thinking I knew them already. I'm telling Dallas niggas, I don't really know them. It's just they fuck with where I'm from. And our game, you know, our culture kind of the same. Like the Bay is kind of like the Bay Area, Oakland, Richmond, all that. But you know, the Bay is like a West Coast New Orleans. It's a lot of culture, a lot of rich culture in the Bay. So we clicked, you feel me? So I know how them niggas is. Them niggas, I told you, New Orleans niggas the hardest niggas in the world. No disrespect to Philly, no disrespect to Memphis, no disrespect to Detroit, no disrespect to Richmond, Oakland, no disrespect to LA. Them New Orleans niggas got superhuman thug power. So I don't know how they gonna take it. So let me get back to what I'm saying. I kind of lost my train of thought. Y'all give me a second. I be smoking a lot. All right, boom. Now, you could really be about that life, and I just don't know. But if you really not, and Terrance Gangsta Williams really is who he is, which we already know that, and New Orleans niggas is really how they are, which we already know, then you didn't just jump out the frying pan into the fire. With the last, you didn't went from the frying pan into the fire. So it's like, I don't know. I'm Stephen A. of the street, Charleston Black, Hassan Ramble. I'm just a YouTuber. I'm not informed, because for you to jump all the way out the porch 10 toes down like that and let your feet go, and you know how you jump out the porch and land and your body rock a little bit when you land. You jumped out the porch like that. You feel me? So let's see what happened. I'm about to go look at what Terrance Gangsta Williams did to respond. You keep bringing up OG Booby Black, and I know OG Booby Black. Him and Terrance it looked like they're not really talking. I don't know. He might be one of the people from New Orleans that don't rock with him. I don't know. But you looking kind of, I'm not a gangster, so I don't, you know. But like I said, I came up around that. I used to be in that life. You looking like kind of kiddish. You look like, it's like, oh. Like if I'm Terrance, I'm like, oh, this nigga playing. All right, man. Ride him a pass, man. Ride him a pass, T. Ride him a pass, Giggity. You know what I'm saying? He playing, man. He joking around. He not, this shit ain't serious, man. He playing, man. But let's see, the saga continues. Like I say, I don't know. Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know. I don't know. Maybe HotBoy Major knows something. I don't know.